Snow rolled through the valley early this morning, and we can time it out on one of our time-lapse traffic cameras. Just a wet road to start off in Boardman at around 3 a.m., but by the time we got to sunrise, it was covered in snow, 224, causing some hazardous travel conditions, and those hazardous conditions will be continuing throughout our afternoon. See that road still covered in some slush and snow, as some snow showers will still be lingering around for the rest of the day. Could see some additional light accumulations, and here is our current storm tracker radar, and just some light pockets of snowfall working their way through the Mahoning Valley right now. We had some heavier bands push through this morning. That's where we saw the bulk of our accumulations with this system, but could still see some light additions to that as we move through not only today, but into our day on Saturday, as well as just some of these snow showers will just be keeping around. And I wore my tropical Christmas tie today, hoping to will some warmer weather into the area, but it seems like it had a opposite effect. Temperatures falling off of a cliff. 4 a.m. when I walked into the station, it was around 40 degrees. We are currently sitting at -3. So a 43-degree change in those temperatures in just several hours. So really a big change, and you can definitely feel it as you head out this afternoon. Brutally cold. Need to put on a lot of extra layers, and it feels even colder than that. Feels like -30 as you're heading out this afternoon. So definitely not a great day to be walking around outside with some of those hazardous travel conditions. They're extreme cold. And it's also extremely windy. Wind gusts up over 30 miles per hour. These are actually just our sustained winds at 30 miles per hour here in Youngstown. Our gusts up over 40, 45, maybe even 50 miles per hour in some spots as we get later on into the afternoon and evening. And that wind blowing some snow around, some of that snow that's already fallen earlier this morning, and with some of those snow showers around, visibilities are quite low this afternoon, which is another reason why it is dangerous if you're heading out to drive anywhere this afternoon. Current visibility under a mile. There were periods of time earlier this morning where we saw that number dip down to under a quarter of a mile, where you really couldn't see just a few feet in front of you while you were driving this morning, maybe for your morning commute. And temperatures will be remaining sub-zero as we head throughout the rest of our afternoon and evening. And tonight could get down to -3, -4 degrees for our low temperature. And as we go into tomorrow morning, as you're waking up to start off your weekend, feels like temperatures still at -20, -30 degrees. So it's just a brutally cold start to the weekend, and it'll be sticking around throughout the rest of the day tomorrow. Now, as we do go in later into Saturday night and into the day on Christmas, we start to see the cold subside just slightly. Those wind chill values getting back up into the negative teens on Christmas morning, which, when wind chill values in the negative teens is warm, you know that something is seriously wrong out there that weekend. And we could see a couple of light flurries around early in the morning on Sunday for your Christmas forecast, but generally just mainly cloudy skies, and we'll only see a high temperature of around 16 degrees. Now, temperatures will go on an upward trend as we go through the next 7 days. You see them rising up through the 20s on Monday and Tuesday. Still a very cold start to the work week, but then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we get back up above average. So a nice change of pace from where we were today and tomorrow. Almost a 40-degree difference in our highs between our high temperature tomorrow and our high temperature next Friday. Matt?